The next was a capture sent by Enrico. He found it in the paranormal section. Apparently, a user had posted this after hearing weird taps from the kitchen. He grabbed his cell phone and snapped several photos towards the kitchen door. On one of them, he noticed something creepy. What exactly is that? Looks like a creepy Peeper. Was it maybe a family member who was playing a trick on him? Or something more unexplainable? Now we wanna take a look at the updated case of Mario Lara, who appears to have a grim demon dwelling in his party supply store. The activity seemed to be triggered by one of his oldest piñatas in the store, and at a certain point he was sure that that thing was possessed. He reached out to professionals and found a shaman that took the piñata off his hands, performed a ritual on it, and disposed of it in the middle of nowhere. And Mario was hoping that he finally could rid of this terrifying haunting. However, things slowly started to get worse, and after talking to his viewers and family members, one night he decided to get the piñata back, in hopes the haunting would lessen again. Foolish idea, right? He streamed the road trip to the location where the piñata had been dumped by the shaman, live on his Facebook page. Let's take a look.
Donde asegura este muchacho que ya me va a entregar la piñata, pero que no me la puede dar en persona. Me dijo que me la había dejado acá en un punto. Me dijo que la iba a encontrar dentro de un carro. Entonces estamos dándole para allá, pues.
After a long drive on the lonesome road, he finally reaches his destination and leaves the car, hoping to find the piñata with help of the GPS coordinates.
Voy a buscar. Tengo que bajar para allá. Ya voy a quitar el carro. Ay, está bien empinado. No manches, escucha. Está nuevecita la bolsa, iba a estar. Ay, ves que está bien empinado. Ay, no, está bien empinado. Ay, güey, ahí está. Ahí está.
After finally retrieving the piñata, Mario makes it back to his car and stores it in the back. Seemingly a bit creeped out by the desolated area, all he was hoping for was to make it back home now, as fast as he could.
Estoy lejos de periférico, más o menos acá a la altura de Matatlán.
Then, something chilling is frightening Mario so much that fight or flight sets in, and he tries to make it out of there. Unfortunately, this causes him to crash his car.
Está casi imposible de pasar.
Have you heard this terrifying scream? To this day, it's unknown what had caused it. Mario was so afraid, especially after this crash, that a friend had to pick him up that night. But now let's take a closer look. It would appear that maybe the demon itself was responsible for crashing Mario's car in fear. Is the demon sitting right behind him in the car? Several days after this incident, Mario placed the piñata back in his store, and when recording inventory for his supplier, this was captured.
Bien, este es este barquillo con malvavisco y... ay, la mano ahí está.
Say what you want, but the spirit definitely seems to inherit this old piñata. Let's hope Mario doesn't get badly injured eventually. The following clip was forwarded by Jenny, and it features a group of young roommates who were having a leisure Friday night. They started recording a video and weren't really expecting anything out of the ordinary. After this incident, the young man operating the camera stated that he had seen odd shadow apparitions before in this residence. Is it maybe one of these apparitions that manifested this night?
Da festa aí, pessoal, comprei a câmera nova, vamos colocar um vídeo no YouTube aí, ó.
And it all is fun and games at first.
Montada já com Sony. Aí, Thiago, a câmera que eu comprei nova aí. Vermelhinha e tal. Vocês nem esperaram pra festa aí, né, mano? Meu Deus do céu, que porra é essa, velho? Mano, eu vi uma coisa aqui, Thiago, tem uma coisa que passou aqui, velho. Velho. Tô falando sério, cara, tô falando sério. Vem aqui comigo, cara. Eu vi uma coisa assim, cara. Maluco, maluco. Eu vou voltar a câmera. Eu vou voltar a câmera e você vai ver.
It appears that an unidentified man is walking by in the hallway behind the kitchen and peeking through the window, and it startled the young man pretty good. Is he wearing glasses possibly? It is said that they never got behind the strange figure appearing on video. Creepy, isn't it? Working in a movie theater can be a really interesting job. You never know what you're dealing with, especially after a movie ended and you're the person who's supposed to clean up after everybody. The following events were documented by a user called TS Mosley, and it appears that he was not alone that night, which was very unexpected.
So I work in a movie theater, and we have to check the theaters at night. You know, once you're done closing as an usher, you just flash the camera. You gotta check the door, and then you have to check behind these curtains just to make sure no one's back here. You know, no one's back here. And then you just go and... what the... you know, no one's back here.
Now let's see that again.
And you just go and... what the...
Seems like somebody was peeking through that little window. Spooky. And TS decides to check what's going on up there.
I just saw somebody up here, and it's the scariest I've ever seen, dude. Like, I was just down here, and I was back down there in that corner right there, and I literally just like can't... what the...
It is hard to make out, but a shadow peeks around the machine in the background. I had to brighten it up quite a bit to see it. Whatever it was, it freaked him out big time. I'll keep you guys posted should there be a follow-up video. Andrew sent me an article which features a CCTV recording of a robbery that took place in a bar after closing hours. The incident was already in full effect when the following moments got captured and later reviewed by the owner. A robbery is never a pleasant experience, as can the following employees testify. People living through a ton of emotions, and after all, you never know how crazy the person robbing your store actually is. Besides the perpetrator taking all of the money out of the cash register, nothing really catches the eye at first. In the article, it is said that no one else besides the 3 employees were in the bar at the time, but let us take a closer look. Is this a peeking child? If nobody else was at the scene, who could this child have belonged to? Maybe one of the employees brought their daughter though, and it was simply not stated. Who knows?